Hi guys, 18Dap here and welcome to the latest match day preview for Tuesday evening's fixture at the Eco Power Stadium in League 2. It's Doncaster Rovers versus Colchester United. Let's get the video started. So guys, welcome to the latest match day preview on the channel. Doncaster Rovers versus Colchester United in League 2, Tuesday night under the lights. Looking forward to the game. I'm not looking forward to the comment section in this video though, because if you're a Colchester fan and you're a regular on the channel or you've seen the season predictions, I got some hammer. I had you guys down in 23rd. I have to put a couple of teams in the bottom two, and I thought Colchester were one of those. I got some hammer. Got told that Colchester would be fighting up and around the top of the table by many Colchester fans, and it's not been the start of the season for either of us, has it? It's not been great. We're both languishing towards the wrong end of the table, so we will go into that in a little bit more detail as the video goes on. But if you are an existing subscriber, thank you so much for supporting the channel and continuing to support it. If this is the first video that you've seen, please consider clicking subscribe so you don't miss any future content. And if this is the first video that you've seen, this is a format that we go through match previews. We look at previous meetings between the two clubs, current form across all competitions. I say a few words about a Doncaster Rovers player and then I give my opinion, and that's all it is about the one to watch for Colchester United. But as I always say, you know your club much better than what I do, so get the players in the comments down below, so as Rovers fans know who to watch out for in tomorrow night's fixture. And then we finish the preview with three predictions. The predicted team lineup thanks to FanHub. Me and the family have got a predictions league table, so there's an update on that, and then the all-important score prediction at the very end, and then the comment section is wide open for you guys to absolutely hammer me once again. So without further ado, let's get into previous meetings. So Donny and Colchester have faced off a total of 50 times in our history, and Rovers edged this one with 23 wins out of those 50. We've lost 19 and we've only shared spoils on 8 occasions, so I wouldn't put your money on a draw tomorrow night. It's going to go one way or the other, I think. And looking at the more recent 5 fixtures between the two clubs, we'll go back to 2016 in League 1, and we got battered 4-1 away from home. And then the 16-17 season down in League 2, Rovers won at home and it was a 1-1 draw away from home. And then last season in League 2, we traded blows, but I think Colchester blooded our noses a little bit more than we did theirs, because we got beat 3-0 at their place, but then we won the home fixture 1-0. So yeah, trading blows a lot over the last 5 games, 2 wins each and a draw sandwiched in the middle. So it is a bit on the knife edge, this one. Hard to call either way, especially with the starts to the season that both teams have had. And that takes me on to current form, and we come into this one pretty much in identical form, not in the same order, but we are both coming into this one across all competitions. Donny with a draw, a win, a defeat, a win in the replay of the first round of the FA Cup, and then a defeat last time out. Colchester swapped the win and the draw around in the first 2 games with a win, draw, and then a defeat and a win and a defeat last time out. So identical form coming into this one. As I say, it's too tight to call. The international break though for Donny didn't help at all. We fell to a 3-2 defeat at Crewe late on Saturday. A game with plenty of chances. I think there was like 41 chances at goal. I think there was only 15 on target though. But Crewe are the division's entertainers. Lots of goals in their games this season. But for us, just a lack of quality to finish them off. I think Crewe had 1 shot on target in the second half and it went in, and it was late on, and it meant that we came away with nothing, which is a shame. And it seems to be a bit of a running theme with Donny this season, where performances have been there, which we've not seen over the last couple of seasons, but results just aren't quite matching the performances. This does need to change quickly if we are going to make a push to the playoffs this season. I can't see it at the minute with the inconsistencies that we've had. So yeah, who knows? It's League 2, anything can happen. We do have second round action on Saturday at Peterborough. I'm hoping that the FA Cup isn't taking our focus away from the league. It's at Peterborough. It's going to be a tough game, and then after that we've got a tough run of fixtures over the festive period. And I think that'll, when we come out of the other side in the new year, I think we'll really be able to see where we're going to be come May. A couple of decent results over the festive period, and you never know, the push to playoffs may be on. But if we continue with the inconsistencies that we've seen so far this season, I think mid-table is the best bet for Donny. Moving on to Colchester, Saturday they got battered 4-1 at home to Barrow, but the defeat does look worse on the surface than what it actually was. I think it was 1-1 the game after 52 minutes. Barrow got back into it thanks to an own goal, and then the turning point for the game was the red card on 84 minutes, and then 3 late goals coming on 86, 90 plus 3 and 90 plus 4 does give the scoreline a flattering look for Barrow, in my opinion. So hopefully we're not looking at that result and thinking this is going to be an easy game, because it certainly is not. Colchester sitting 20th on the same points as Donny, very similar record, and as I said at the start of the video, it starts to the season that neither team will really be truly happy with. I think I was probably harsh in my predictions to put you in 23rd, but I don't think I'm a million miles away with you in 20th with 18 or 19 games of the season played, almost halfway. So yeah, we're not far off, and like I say, I think it's poor starts for both teams that really had aspirations of a playoff push, if not better. Colchester can focus on the league after falling at the first hurdle in the FA Cup round 1 against Shrewsbury, but they are still in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, as are Donny, so we have got cup competitions to take our focus and give us a break from league action. But Colchester do not have the FA Cup, so they'll be able to focus a little bit more on the league, and hopefully for them fans start climbing the table, but hopefully for Donny that climb starts after tomorrow night's fixture. On to player profile. So for this one, I've gone with Jack Senior for Donny, 26-year-old left back, a signing in the summer that to me looks like more of a long-term project, coming in from Halifax. So there's question marks over the players that we signed from non-league, if they were going to make that jump into professional football or league football. And I think on the whole, the guys are picking up, and they're getting there. They're getting into the stride. And it's a 2-year deal, so we've always got next year to improve on Jack as well. But what I'm seeing from a lot of the players, and Jack included, is that they're very driven, self-motivated, and I think that's what we've been missing over the last couple of seasons, players that actually want to give 100% in every single game, and I think we are seeing that. And like I said, hopefully the results start to match the performances in the coming weeks. So he started his time pretty well at Donny. He's been forced to sit out a little bit due to injury, but he's coming back into the squad. It's nice to see him playing again, and it's giving Grant a bit of a headache in terms of options at the back, with Maxwell coming back as well. But it's nice to have those options and freshen the team up when we need it. But for me, Jack is looking like a decent player that could provide a lot of positivity over the back end of the season and into next. Moving on to the one to watch for Colchester. As I said at the start of the video, you know your club much better than what I do, so if you think somebody else should be mentioned at this point, get them in the comments down below. I do like to learn about other clubs so that I can improve the content in future videos. But for this one, I have gone with Arthur Reed, 24-year-old central midfielder, 130 appearances in his career, with only 9 goals from centre midfield, which is not great in 130 appearances, and 12 assists. But I've singled Arthur out because this season is his best season so far in his career, with 4 goals and 4 assists, so that's bumped his numbers up on those massively. So yeah, I think he's finding the pockets, he's finding them passes from midfield through to the strikers, or he's finding that chance to get a shot off. And I think our midfield will have to follow the runs that he'll be making, something that we didn't do on Saturday against Crewe, allowing people to run and giving them space. And I think if we give Arthur Reed any sort of space, he will punish us tomorrow night. So for me, one to watch in a Colchester shirt is Arthur Reed. On to the predicted team lineup. So this is thanks to FanHub. If you've not downloaded the app yet, please go ahead and do so. Get rewarded for following your team, and I think that's the only app that does it, so it makes sense. Get it downloaded. If you need a golden ticket, get in touch and I will pass one on to you so you can jump the queue and get straight into the app. I use it mainly for predicting the team lineup, and this is what I'm going with for tomorrow night's fixture. I think there may be a change in goal. Louis Jones, I think, could have done better with the first 2 goals on Saturday, but having said that, there are 10 players in front of him that should have stopped the shots from coming. But I think Lawler may be given an opportunity tomorrow. A back 5 of Nixon, Anderson, Wood, Bailey and Senior. Midfield 3 of Westbrook, Close and Biggins. And then the front 2 who have built a decent partnership, and the scoring goals we're just letting in too many. Fall and Ironside up front. That may be the starting 11, it may not be. We will see. Onto the predictions league table. So me and the family predict the scoreline for every single league game. If we get spot on, we get 3 points. If we get the outcome right but not the scoreline, we get 1 point. If we get completely wrong, we get no points. And I should have put the lottery numbers on this weekend. I went with 3-2 for Crew, and that's what happened. Everybody else went with Rovers wins. They had confidence in the club. I don't like our away form, so that gives me a little bit of a breathing space between first and second. So I'm top on 14, Chris in second on 9, Max in third on 8, and Dad in fourth on 7. So I've got some catching up to do, but hopefully I've got the scoreline spot on for this one as well. And that takes me on to my score predictions. So as I've already said earlier in the video, I think it's going to be a very tough game. It's two evenly matched teams, but two teams that need to really get their season on track if there's going to be any sort of late push for playoffs. I'm hoping that our home form, which is decent, pulls through in this one. My prediction would be very different if we were at Colchester on Tuesday, but we're not. We're at the Eco Power, so I've got confidence in the boys. I think it's going to be tight, but I think we're going to come out with 3 points. I'm going with a 2-1 win. We will see if we're right come 10 o'clock tomorrow. And that's where I'm going to leave this video. If you've enjoyed it, please stick a big thumbs up on it. Comments in the section down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.